Alright, so I was in here fixing a boost leak. The joint between the turbo and the intake plenum deal, whatever you want to call that, splitter, was not sitting properly. I also had forgotten the O-ring in between them. So there was a bunch of boost leaking through there. So I got that fixed. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the PVC or PCV, positive crank valve, or crankcase vent pressure, whatever. In between your tube going to your turbo and your tube coming from your air filter, you have a bracket right here, and then you've got a hard plastic coupler between the two rubber tubes or silicone tubes. I've got that over on the bench here. Usually you have a tube running from your valve cover, PVC or PCV, up to this nipple here with the rubber tube. I had cut it previously. It's just got one of the crimp style clamps on it. It's not a standard like band clamp, so you have to cut it off. I just use a pair of dikes or side cutters, whatever you want to call them. And then usually inside here you've got this guy sticking up. I cut that off just as crude as I could because that's what I had in reach. So I cut that off inside there, but that'll be sticking out up inside there. Usually all your extra crank pressure is blowing through here, and a bunch of oil is coming out of there. I just call it the eat your own shit valve because that's all it's doing. So we're going to take that out. I'm going to plug it with one of these guys and some RTV. So I'll get that set up and I'll show you how that's going to go. Alright, so I just found the right size red plastic plug. I think everybody knows somewhere they can find these. And I'm just going to shove that right in there with all that RTV on it to seal that off nicely. So now there won't be any more unfiltered air getting sucked through there. So, and since I cut off where the vent came out through there, hopefully the air will flow through here a little nicer. But the main goal was just to get that vent off of there. Eventually I'd do a catch can from the valve cover, but until then I've just got a hose running from it. You see it right there. Just got this hydraulic hose jammed in there. It catches most of it and it just directs it away from the engine. So I'll get this all back together and show you what I got. I put that plastic coupler's back on there, mounted up to that bracket with the two bolts. And that plug I put in there is just sitting right there with the RTV. You can see swinging. So that's all I'm going to do for now. Again, that PCV is just going to vent through this hose I've got. Eventually I'm going to get a catch can or something on there. But that was the goal today, was one, to fix that boost leak. And that was just an O-ring between the turbo and the intake plenum or manifold, whatever you want to call it. They were not lined up properly, and I had forgotten the O-ring, so I got that fixed. That was not the big deal. And then I got this fixed because I do not want to clean out the intercooler and the turbo however often. So that's all for today.